All right. I might have to do a few of these before I get back in the groove of it. Art for inspiration, brand new computer. None of my settings were saved, so just got OBS reinstalled so I can start doing more of these. Let's flip over to here. And today, let's see, we're going to check this book out here, Dreams of the Dark Child. This is after uh, Randy Quain took it and started his own imprint, Dark Child Entertainment. Not really sure what happened with it. There was talk of like movie, TV show, animated stuff, whatever. Um, yeah, around the water hole. Nothing, as far as I know, really came to. This issue in particular, I think it is only a one shot. I don't recall seeing any other issue. The main reason I bought this back in the day was because Brandon Peterson cover. I kind of dug it, and you get to see him inked by Tim Townsend, and the cover is colored by Liquid. Uh, Chris Leitner, Aaron Lucen. Not my favorite piece of theirs. Um, this would be about the same time as like Battle Chasers launching. Uh, Not my favorite thing they've done. There's something weird they did with the sculpting on the nose in particular, but besides that, this in black and white, super nice piece. I think Brandon at the time wasn't really doing a whole lot of regular work. He did some stuff here and there. Let's see, he did like this book here, and he was supposed to be a new artist for the Glory book over at like Arcade, I think. And then whatever happened with their funding there, where the people pulled out, um, and then he had to go do stuff elsewhere. But yeah, it was a really interesting time in comics, especially in the indies, with a lot of people kind of leaving Image and doing their own thing. So this issue here, it actually gives pencils slash layouts to Brando. I'm not entirely sure how much of this is fully rendered by him. I do think the artwork is like super attractive, and I love the inks, and that would be because Richard Bennett here, one of my own personal biggest influences for inks, or looking at people, to figure out what the hell you want to do with inks. Richard Bennett is a master artist, master designer, master inker. So they gave him inks, comma finishes. So I'm assuming that possibly a handful of these are more finished pencils by Brandon Peterson, and then maybe some of the other ones are a little more loosey goosey and required some TLC by Richard Bennett, who is more than capable. So yeah, I'm gonna take a peek at this. Um, Already starts off difficult for a lot of us artists to do. Uh, Drawing age appropriate kids, for me at least, it's a struggle drawing younger. Uh, you know, I don't even know. Like, I feel like there's sort of a threshold. Like, you can draw a kid up to like 7 or 8, and then there's that leap where they're like teen. Like they're that weird in between age, which is what these girls seem to be here. So very difficult to kind of capture that. You don't make them look too childish, and then also not making them look like an adult. So, but he did really well in here. Really, really cool textures. And this is a shorter book, so that's another reason I'm kind of messing with OBS right now with this, to kind of see what the output is. And then if it's good, it'll make it to my YouTube channel. And if it goes there, go in my search bar. You can look up my Richard Bennett videos. I think I have a couple. I should have a couple up. Big Simpin'. I love me some Richard Bennett. All right. So anyways, yeah, really, really great rendering here, obviously. Can't knock any of this. And also, at the time, too, everyone was really diving into a little bit of that, I feel like Gen 13 was still pretty hot at the time. Witchblade, I think, was probably the hottest book on the planet. So, and you know, Turner was pulling a little bit from kind of everything. So you had like, you know, the big eyes thing going, a lot of open renders left for the colorist to carry the weight on that, was also going on. So definitely conformed a little bit in this book, but also didn't really hold back. There's a lot of noodling going on in a lot of these fades. And oh, I just noticed my camera's not really doing its job with the focus, but it is what it is. I'll be tweaking out all my software and trying to get it to look nice again later. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is a shorter book. That mouth looks insane. Yeah, you get to see this girl fall in this hole. Really great hatching going on right here. Nice use of shadow, forced light. Yeah, and this here, the nice thing about Brandon's work is it always kind of it kind of pulls me back a bit to what he was doing with the Arcanum book, which I think was him kind of. I feel like he peaked, honestly. The Witchblade Spawn miniseries, which I have a video on that, and I probably should also have. I probably have several on Brandon, but anyways, check him out. He never really abandoned that style, and I really appreciate that, because that's most of my favorite work of his. The stuff he was doing in the 90s on, like, what was it, Uncanny X-Men or whatnot. I had buddies that were really big fans of it. I personally, not so much. You know, maybe he did this on the side, because they have an advertisement here for Mystic when he was at CGC, or CGC, at CrossGen, not CGC, which also, ironically, is Florida. But yeah, this stuff here never really did much for me either, weirdly. Awesome rendering of hair, though. That, like, if you want to learn how to draw very romanticized, nice hair, pick up Brandon Peterson's books of Mystic. I don't know if there's any trades of this, any collected editions. I think I have the first 2 or 3 in floppy form, and that's probably it. I was not a big component of any success by CrossGen. Not my wallet was not contributing to it, for sure. Not on a big scale. Yeah, and again, I would really like to see this stuff in black and white, because there's a lot of texture rendering going on in here that it's not really coming through. It's because this color. So this Jimmy U, you know, I think that might have been the regular colorist of Randy Queen, and really I would say the reason why Randy Queen was liked by fans, if any. The coloring definitely carried the work with him. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I mean, I know a lot of people that kind of agree with me about that. That sometimes you could take a mid artist and give them really great colors, and it will, like, it lifts the art. You know, it does a lot with, you know, hiding a lot of fallacy in it, a lot of bad underdrawing, just inconsistent faces, things like that. And I feel like he was plagued by that, at least back then. I'm not certain about now. I haven't seen his work in over a decade, so I can't speak for now. But I know back then it was kind of, for me personally, it just wasn't my thing. Did have a couple friends that were digging it, but I think they were more into the character than his work with the Darkchild stuff, because the bad girl craze was still kind of a thing. You can see some pretty cool monsters here. I think this is kind of where Bennett was flexing. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here with the grass, a lot of layered foliage going on here. Really cool. And also not afraid to jump in there with the Zipatone Um, Pre-digital, so this is all by hand, and then came in with some Pro White, or whatever, Dr. Martin White, and hit up these areas on the moon, impact areas, craters. But yeah, this double page was great, and then it ends with this one here. Uh, I think that this final page was actually reused for some variant cover somewhere. Um, but yeah, like the rendering on the jeans, it's pretty wild. So I think that was definitely Richard Bennett in there, and then I don't think that there's anything else. The rest of this is like some Randy Queen stuff, and then I don't even know. Uh, he was headhunting for a while, looking for people that can draw his style. I think he was just not wanting to draw anymore, maybe just wanting to write books, and I don't know that it really helped it, to be honest. The story very simple, but yeah, this issue in particular, really cool book. Cool book to check out. Get some Brandon, get some awesome Richard Bennett inks. Let's do a page count here. So front cover, Brandon Peterson, Tim Townsend, Chris Leitner, and Lou Simon colors. And then you got Brando and Rich on interiors. So we got 1, 2, 3. I don't want to miss any here. 4, 5, 6. Might only be 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's more than that. 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it's a 15-page book. I think this is printed as 24 with ads. So yeah, 15 pages of art, 16 pages of art, includes the cover. There's that. If you're interested in it, should be cheap. I don't imagine it's a lot of money unless it's one of these foil variants or whatever. And sorry about the quality of this video. Like I said, this is going to be a work in progress trying to get it back. Other computer went kaput, so yeah, I'm just trying to get everything reinstalled and going again. So thanks again. If you're new here, subscribe, please. I like new subs. I do a lot of videos like this, art for inspiration, a lot of live art. And I got some ideas for later this year too. Maybe some tutorial stuff with inking, pencils, layouts, etc. All right, thanks.